This is a 6-gallon Black Magic grow pail, and it has 4 tomato plants in it. They are from AeroGarden, and they are micro dwarf tomato plants called Golden Harvest. And I took clone cuttings off of these, and the tomatoes that you see right here are actually 199 days old. So last time I tried this, I put 3 plants into the Black Magic Grow Pail, and this time I put in 4. And as you can see that the 4 plants have a quite dense canopy, and it makes it a little bit difficult to use the Black Magic Pail because it's very difficult to be able to add water into the container as well as pull out the tube for doing water changes. So I probably would not put 4 plants into this in the future, but possibility would be to use fewer plants that are a little bit taller and a little bit better spacing between the bottom of the plant and the top of the container. So with the plants that I have right now, I am getting tomatoes, and they are difficult to find because the plants under the 100-watt grow light are very short. They're only about 6 or 7 inches in height, and I've got about a 24-inch spread across the top of that container. And so I have to hunt underneath the canopy to find ripe tomatoes. And so that makes it a little bit more difficult. It also makes it difficult to pull off one of the 4 plates to get into the container and reach in and be able to pull out the tube that I use for pumping up the water to do the water exchange. One other thing to keep in mind is that the roots off these plants do continue to grow, and the pump is located in the bottom of the container, and if they grow too long, they start to block the flow of the water that has the nutrients in it. One of the solutions that I've found is to use a long neck watering can that is 2 gallons in size, and it's easier to fit the small end into the small recesses of this container to refill it, and there's enough space to add nutrients. So overall, it's not too bad. I have been using a light from Sun, which is a model VS 1000 grow light, and it's running, as I mentioned, about 100 watts. Overall, the light is more on the cool side compared to some of the other popular grow lights. I have gotten some quite nice results on the leaves, but overall, with the canopy, I have not done as many water changes as I probably would have done with fewer plants. And some of the canopy and the new leaves are starting to show the results of that. Overcrowding tomato plants is not a good idea, and it should be based off the amount of square footage that you have to grow these, as well as the light capacity in terms of its ppfd and wattage. So in terms of productivity, with the microdwarf tomato plants growing larger in this container versus a small container, I would probably do 2, maybe 3 tomato plants in a 6-gallon container like this. The red heirloom microdwarf tomato plant would be a good fit, as well as the patio choice yellow tomato plant. which will probably sprawl out a little bit more than the red heirloom. So if you're doing microdwarf tomato plants, this should be something that you could refer to in terms of spacing as well as picking out varieties. My personal preference would be with a 100 grow light like this in a larger container. I would say probably 2 to 3 plants, and with a 40-watt AeroGarden or 50-watt AeroGarden, I would probably do 2 plants. And this has been my microdwarf tomato plant update for March 2024. And I'm getting ready to do some clones as well as seeds as I start my outdoor season.